Hey, everybody, it's Bryan Coley, the Movie Whisperer. This is a place where we look at the intersection of movies and our story. And so today I wanted to devote this episode to look at the difference between the box office and the Oscars. I have a lot of people who ask me, Bryan, if you're looking at people's top 10 movies and what moves them, and your theory is, like if that moves them, then that tells them their story, then why wouldn't the box office be where you look to find our story as a culture, since this is obviously the movies we're watching the most, is the most popular films. And I do think that the box office holds a special place. I do think that the box office tells us where we are as a culture, but the Oscars actually tell us where we're headed. The sad thing to me, though, is that, admit it, nobody cares about the Oscars. I mean, do you care about the Oscars? Baby Yoda says no. I mean, when you think about the Oscars, do you go, wow, the Oscars? I mean, cool. I mean, yeah, Oscars. And to me, that's so sad. But I do believe that the Oscars are what we should be caring about, what we should be paying attention to. In fact, yesterday, the nominees for Best Picture were announced. And to me, like, this palette of films is so important for us to pay attention to. And as we walk through the next month and a half, I want to share with you like why you should watch Nomadland and what it says about for you, maybe like why you should watch it for you, and then why you should watch it to know about our story as a country and as a culture. So we're going to look at that over the next month and a half. But I want to come back to this question of the box office versus the Oscars. I think that if you look at the Oscars, one of the things that makes it special is that it is without this one thing, or I wouldn't say it's without it, but this one thing is not in the forefront. And this one thing that's not in the forefront is...
Show me the money.
Show me the money!
Show me the money. Yeah, you know, when you think about the box office, and there's nothing wrong with this, most of these films are made to make money, right? I mean, that's why we make most things that are made are to make money. Nothing wrong with that. And the Oscars are, I'm sure that the studios aren't going, I hope we lose money. And there's not been a film that's ever been made that a filmmaker hasn't wanted more money to make their film. You know, I mean, financial constraints are a part of artistry and making artistry good. However, I think that the Oscars, money is not like in the forefront, like the box office. And what does that do? Well, what that does is allow artists to say things that maybe wouldn't necessarily get out there and be said. You know, if you think about these Oscar projects, they're like passion projects for these artists. A writer director who has this, you know, story that comes from their life, or something that very important that they want to say, or this high kind of vision of artistic vision of something. To me, artists tend to be, those Oscar artists tend to be way ahead or upstream of culture. They're asking questions that maybe we need to be asking that we're not thinking of yet. They have intuition. They tend to, you know, be thinking about and feeling things that maybe are the zeitgeist that we're going to experience later on. So that's why it's so important. And if you think about these studios, they usually want to win that golden statue, or you have an actor who's like, I want to attach myself to this project because this may be the project that helps me win the Oscar. And even if it's for selfish reasons, like winning a golden statue, still that golden statue represents the best of artistry, right? I mean, when you win that golden statue, it says that you're the best cinematographer, the best director, you know, the best costumer. You're bringing together the best and brightest people to make these films that unfortunately nobody's caring about, and nobody's watching. So I just have a really big passion to go, let's watch these films because they tend to tell us our story. So hopefully I've convinced you that to care about the Oscars. Do you care about the Oscars, Baby Yoda? Yes. Me cares about the Oscars. Oh, suddenly I went to Jar Jar Binks. Sorry. And I want to talk about, in the next episode, I want to talk about one exception to the rule, and that is Disney. Actually, Disney Marvel. So if you're a Marvel fan, you're going to want to listen into this next episode, because I do believe that there is an anomaly out there, and that is that Disney and Marvel tend to actually be have made things that I've looked at over the last few years that either amplify right after what the Oscars have said, they've amplified it in a big way, or they actually are saying things right before what the Oscars are getting ready to say. I've seen that happen. Spoiler alert, WandaVision. So tune in next time to the Movie Whisperer, and we're going to explore Disney and Marvel and how there's been examples over the last 8 years that I've studied of how they have been ahead or leading culture. So we'll see you next time on the Movie Whisperer.